I'm back. Okay. This is not a game called Happy Birthday Bugs. I am still Mad Mega. This is actually the Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout. Alright, and so basic story here is Bugs. This is Bugs' 50th birthday, which was 30 years ago, so he is 80 now. But so Bugs' fan club's gonna have a birthday party for him, and let's go in 3, 2, 1. So his fan club wants to have a birthday party for him, but all the other tunes are mad because nobody ever threw them a party, so they're going to try to stop him. What's cool about that is, I guess that we get to see all of our favorite Warner Brothers characters, like Walking Mallet and Sentient Soapbox. Don't worry, you will see real Warner Brothers characters in the future, but I always like to... the random mob enemies in this game are just silly. And this game runs at a blistering 16 to 20 frames per second. Do not adjust your television set. It is indeed happening. But all that, it's still really a lot of fun to play. The key to the speedrun is actually not collecting the carrots. Alright, so there's the first stage down. The way that this game works, there's 4 stages, or there's 6 stages with 4 levels in each. The first stage is kind of this, grassland area sort of deal. And we have these random, like, worms that change color, these red light, green light worms. Not really sure what that is. Those are bullet sprinklers. I know what those are because those are in the manual as bullet sprinklers. Don't know why. They just are. Here's our first introduction to a famous Warner Brothers character. This is Tweety, who anybody who has ever run this game hates because they do this and ruin every run. Yeah, really, it's like, here's a soapbox, here's a hammer. It really is like, what's in the garage? All right, well, we could use a sprinkler. Oh, but he's a rabbit. It's okay. He doesn't mind, in the sprinkler. He might just drink out of it. Like, well, what if it shoots bullets? Okay, well, now I guess it works. Like, galaxy brain thinking here. Love it. One of the times where we go through a warp that doesn't necessarily look like it makes sense to do so, but it's the only way to progress the stage. You just have to know. I was hoping to jump on top of the cheese balls. Gonna try to only get one. Nice. So the goal is to avoid collecting the carrots, and the reason why we want to not collect the carrots is every time you get 10, you do a bonus level in at the end of one of the levels. And that sounds great, but if you get 1-ups, it's slow, so we don't want them. So ideally we don't collect a lot of carrots. Unfortunately, I picked up a few more than I'd want under normal circumstances, but we'll make it work. Let's get ready to say hi to another famous tune, one Wile E. Coyote. And say goodbye to Mr. Coyote. Take a big carrot, and away we go. So we have 12 carrots. That isn't enough to trigger the end of world bonus game, which is good, because that one takes especially long. Now we're in Desert World, where they will introduce one of the less great mechanics that the whole screen will shake occasionally, so I apologize in advance for that. Also, do not adjust your television set. It is it's how it's supposed to look. So you'll see I have the health up in the top left corner there. It's a couple of hearts, and they're varying colors and whatnot. So different attacks do different damage. There's basically 2 levels of damage. One does a full red heart's worth of damage, and one does only a partial amount of that damage. A partial amount of that damage is... It goes, I think, from red to white to black to clear to gone. Okay, so no bonus, no bonus, no bonus. Good. No whammy. So here we get a little earthquakey. Things are shaking. A whole lot of shaking going on. There's a tornado. I mean, Toontown is not a safe place to live. Do not bring your children here. I'm gonna have to kill this guy here. Because I took a little bit of damage I didn't want to take, and so now we have to be a little more cautious. Yeah, the shaking is a little tough. It makes doing some of these, some of the movement a little harder, because one of the keys to the speedrun of this game is that Bugs can basically jump off of the ledge after he's already fallen off of it. You get about a frame. Luckily, because the game runs at about 15 to 20 frames per second, that's a pretty big window compared to a lot of other games that might have a feature like that, but... Here's Tweety again, and we absolutely hammered Tweety. They're gone. Boom. Alright. 2, 3. Some more desert. We're just stuck in the desert. Gotta dodge some cheese balls. Don't care if we get hit here. We're gonna go right over and pick up a full health bonus, which is superb. We don't want to get hit now, though. Certainly by anything that takes a full heart of health, which spikes take a full heart of damage, so we try to avoid those. Walking through enemies, though, isn't too bad, and it's actually another key feature of the speedrun is basically just making sure that you take damage at the right times from the right enemies so that you don't take so much that you can't walk, because I have the hammer, but as soon as I take damage, I can no longer swing it until the stars are off of Bugs' head. So every time I'm taking damage, I'm doing that knowing that I can't attack for a period of time. So a lot of times we're taking damage in strategic locations. So that we can attack when we need to, and also minimize how much damage we take if we want to walk in through spikes or something like that. Like, for example, there, I hammer that bullet because if I hit that, I would take a full heart's worth of damage. But if I just hit it with the hammer, it goes away, and I don't, so... But little things like that, like, when you start playing this game, especially when I was a kid, I was like, but there was nothing, why am I hurt? Why did I take damage? And, you know... This is a frustrating game as a child. I will tell you that. But that's why when I got older and into speedrunning, I decided that I had to beat it, and I had to beat it pretty quick. And it's actually a really enjoyable speedrun. It's not, I don't think it's especially difficult, but it is very optimized, and if you want to do, be especially fast, say hi to Yosemite Sam, say goodbye to him. If the fights go right, that's what they'll all basically look like that. Very, very, very quick. And now we're in a mountainous region. Some very pleasant music. Just a happy tune, you know? Not just Bugs, but like the music. There's some more hammers. And I'm basically walking into everything. This is a real hit the pace car moment. We're gonna grab a heart here. For some reason, you can stand on a fireball and it won't hurt you. Don't know why that is. I'm picking up a few more carrots than we'd really like, but that's alright. Really preferred not to have gotten that, but And there's one more rabbit season. We'll see a lot of Daffy, but Daffy doesn't really attack or do anything. He's just kind of there. Whew. All right. Another bonus without any one-ups. Good, good, good. So here we ride that, let's see if I can get up there. I did not. That's okay. We're basically timing a lot of this damage so that we're getting hit by the minions around, because if we fall into the lava pit will do a full heart's worth of damage, and we don't want to deal with that. So. And here, just walk over, I'll take damage because a boulder randomly comes up from this particular pipe. Don't know why, but it does. But luckily there's plenty of health in this stage. Plenty of health to get through this stage. This sequence is going to look a little weird, but it's because there are a lot of blocks that are not real here, so we use only a few of them. This here is Mr. Elmer Fudd. We'll be seeing a little more of him later. So we are at 3-2. Oh, there's a one-up. And we're back to 0 carrots. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so that is exactly the thing we don't want to have happen in this stage. So we're gonna see if we might be able to get a little lucky and survive this here. Okay. I think we might be okay if... Oh boy. Yeah. Let's see. If we grab this here... Yep, we're golden. So... Unfortunately, what I needed to do there to start the stage was I'm supposed to hit the hammer and not get hit by it, but unfortunately, because I did get hit by it, it made everything a lot more difficult. That frog was a real bro. He jumped into me and did damage so I could walk through that lava pit without taking any damage. Shoutouts to him. Oh, man. I picked up a lot of carrots this stage. My eyesight is going to be tremendous. Get another one. So here we go again. Ooh, a lot of really close ones, but no cigar. Oh, that's too bad. We want to go up high because it's easier to avoid the carrots from there, but... Oh well. This guy will jump over me. This guy will hit me. Those guys actually take, I think, 3 regular hammer swings to kill, so if you can stand on top of them and then just kind of damage them, that's definitely the way to attack them. No, the shaking is just awful. I apologize for it. I really do. And now it is time for Sylvester. I think that's Sylvester Jr. I feel like every time I play this game on a stream, I have to ask what Sylvester the Younger is named. But that's half the game done, and we're making pretty decent time here. Now, of course, you're going to get a cave level. Good music. Like, it definitely feels spooky. That is the first time in... Hey there, Smartball. Shout out to Smartball, who is the world record holder for this game, and that run is incredible, I will say. And was a big supporter of me when I was grinding this for my own PB. So shout outs to you. How you doing? So I've picking up every carrot around here. I really am not being very judicious. But I also did just fall into a pit, so you kind of have to give me a break. I've fallen down. And so for some reason the waterfall does a whole heart of damage. I've never really understood that. That always felt like a little bit of overkill to me. Like, that doesn't feel like a whole heart's worth of damage attack. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like a little drainage water. And boom. So wait, do we have two or just one here? Okay, just one. Ew, got the one up again. So that's 2 1-ups, everybody. 2 1-ups so far, and 1 death. Not too bad. Not too bad, honestly. So here, we have to collect that carrot, this carrot, going up, and I'm going to try to avoid the flashing lights. We managed to do. Now we're going up. So you can ride that water, but if the other water hits you, it does damage to you. I don't know. Who's to say? Go down there. Again, we go up. Say hi to this ghost. I dig the ghost's hair. He's got like the real like kind of pompadour thing just right going over there. I give him credit. You know, it's a good look. Quite daring. Let's grab this heart. And it's so, as soon as you grab that heart, the frame rate in that room improves tremendously. It's incredible. And just jumped right over it. You're supposed to jump at the carrot, not miss it, but I did the thing where I missed it. Not ideal. Alright, so those oil drums, they will randomly like light up and turn the lights out in the room. Which is annoying. But if you know when to jump, it's not too bad. Because Bugs is kind of floaty enough that he's somewhat predictable, sort of, on a good day. Yeah, all of the tunes. Nobody wants Bugs to get to his birthday party. They're all mad at him for getting a birthday party. But you know, so they're trying to stop him. So let's see, who have we seen so far? We've seen Yosemite Sam, seen Sylvester, seen Tweety. We have seen Elmer Fudd, Wile E. Coyote. There's Daffy. Oh, there's 3 1-ups so far. 3 1-ups. But no carrots. What is nice is that we are completely done with Tweety. No more Tweety Bird. We have dealt with the last of Tweety Bird. Just have a few Elmer Fudds to go. Those are the only 2 recurring bosses or like stage bosses in the game. I'm gonna wait here just 1 second. And there's a way to do this way faster. It's also way more dangerous, but it's a marathon. It's late, and I'm not supposed to kill that fireball, because what you want to do is get hit by that fireball, because there's this health right here. You get right through everything. Here's Pepe Le Pew. So that's 4 stages now. Now we are back in the woods. This is a legitimate forest now. And this has some of... I think that this is probably the toughest world in the game. By a significant margin. The vines alone, when I was a kid, basically, were just made it so hard for me to beat this game. Those vines took many a life from me as a young person. Not so much these ones, but there are a couple a little later that, oof, they're mean. So we just picked up this music changer thing, and what it really does is it lets us jump higher and further. So we're going to try to thread the needle here between this cornball and that weird worm thing, because it allows us to jump straight up here and jump right to there and save up about, what, 2.5 seconds instead of having to go to the far end of that room. It's nice. Some of these stages really are just about knowing where you're going, and this is one that's very much like that. Is that I know the relatively the quickest way to get from one place to another, and the safest, most efficient way. So that's how we go. Say shout out to that spider at the top. Looks very menacing. Thank goodness we don't get to see many more of those. Alright, so that's one more time we managed to dodge a 1-up. So here's some more vine action. Nice. Take that damage, walk through those spikes, kill this hammer. We're gonna try to hit this frog, get him to jump that way so that we can trigger this vine early. And if we do it right, it basically means that we can just go right across, nice and easy. If you don't do it that way, that section actually takes forever. Because the timing is so slow, so getting that frog to help you out is a big deal time-wise. So here, we're at the point now where we should just be able to kind of tank everything for the rest of the stage. The big key is going to be trying not to take too many carrots. We're going to jump up and take that one. You can jump under those 2 blocks, but it's a tight jump, and I don't want to lose that entire time. So that's another 1-up. So far, we are at 4 1-ups on the run. That is about as many as I've had in a run that I've finished. So we're doing great, folks. But that's fine. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have extra lives. It just means that I'm less likely to game over in front of y'all, which is good. Just gonna walk through here, and we're coming up on this world boss, which is Foghorn Leghorn. And you can't actually hurt Foghorn Leghorn, so you have to hurt the little guy underneath, up top, so that's what we do. Alright, last stage, stage 6. This is some sort of haunted mansion, castle thing, I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. I dig it. Whee! Alright, so, we're coming to the end. All I'm really doing is I'm going to be jumping through some things, so I just want to say, shout-outs to RGL for hosting this event. I absolutely love Retrothon. I love to get to show off some of my favorite games, but also I love that, this week there's always something good on TV for me to watch. Like, there's just so much good content, and it's all good, classic video games that like, just... it's just a wonderful time. It's one of my favorite events, one of my favorite weeks of the year. So just shout outs to all you guys for all the good work that's done here. I really appreciate it. So now we've got 3 stages left, and we're making pretty good. I'd say we're making pretty decent time, and I'd say we're making pretty good movement here. This section now, ideally we don't jump, we can jump over those without jumping up a level. This section is definitely pretty tough because we're hoping, okay, so we mistimed our jumps there. What you're trying to do there actually is to get a falling sprite to damage you before the spikes that you're running through will damage you. It's basically necessary to make it through there without stopping, and you can move a little faster because you can skip some of the conveyor belts that are moving the slow direction. But no big deal to just go grab that heart there. Here's a Mr. Fudd. Wiped him out. That's the last of him. That's the last time we'll see one Elmer Fudd. Okay, so we've had 5 1-ups, right? Is that 5 1-ups? I feel like it's 5 1-ups. It's a lot of 1-ups. Probably gonna have another one. So there's a little part of the floor there that's fake. You can tell that it's fake because it looks a little funky compared to the rest. Oh, damn. I went to grab it because there's no way that I can get 20 carrots here, and that would be a, that's a pretty cool skip that I wasn't quite fast enough for. But we are rapidly approaching the end. I think I've died once, and I have 7 lives, so I should have 8, so that means that I picked up 5 lives, I believe. So that's terrible luck for this game. I honestly, in probably the last 10 practice runs of this I've done, I haven't seen that many. Like, just not even... Alright, there we go, back. Oh, actually, that kind of worked out really well. I kind of needed serious time. There's a little skip that saves about a second there, or about a second and a half, maybe, that is kind of precise and a little tough to time out, so we got it. Well done, everybody. Not ideal. And this is the last boss. If all things go well, Taz will eat these pies he's throwing at me, and I will not. And Bugs wins, and that's the game. And Bugs, finally he arrives at his party, and he enters, and he farts. Oh wait, and he is greeted with thunderous cheers and applause from all his loving friends, who just were trying to kill him. What is happening here? Strange way to show you're friends with people, I'll tell you what. But they were all playing their silly tricks, so happy birthday, Bugs. Thanks for having me, RGL. I will be back with a few more runs later this week. But right now, stay tuned. D&K Cafe is coming up with a game that I can't pronounce, but is actually really super cool to watch. Stay tuned. Super excited for it. Loving everything. Thank you for watching me. Take care, everybody. Good night.